Hello and welcome back to JDA Football Podcast, should I rather say. Just to start things off, we're going to say rest in peace Jack Charlton. Of course, he was a World Cup winner in that 1966 squad for England, and he led Ireland to the World Cup, I think it was. And he also played for Leeds and famously for Bobby Charlton's brother. But anyway, rest in peace to Jack Charlton.
Audio Jungle.
We'll get into the general news. Joe, do you want to get us started off?
Yes. So, Eric Dyer has been given a 4-game ban and fined for misconduct. He's fined £40,000 from a dispute with a fan that actually happened before lockdown. At this point, I don't really think that's been much of a punishment because lockdown has happened. He's been let to run free for 3 months. I don't think they've made that decision quick enough. If that decision was made the moment it happened, and then he carried that punishment through lockdown, same punishment, but he knows he's not playing the first 4 games back. For me, that would be more of a punishment than this because yes, he's missing the last 4 games of the season, but it's too late. Everyone's forgotten about the incident because it's not happened, but he would have got a load of hate and a load of people like looking at him if this had come out at the time.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing that he's been punished, but it's too late.
Yeah. Alex, what have you got for us?
So yeah, it was very bad from him. I know there was reasoning behind him, obviously doing the thing he did. I think he climbed a few stairs in the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and yeah, just to try and get to a fan who was allegedly insulting his family. So you kind of get his side of it, but again, £40,000 for a Premier League footballer is not a lot nowadays. It's probably like half of what he makes in a week. And again, I don't think it takes 3 or 4 months to make a decision on how you should find someone and what you should do to them after they've done something against the rules. So yeah, it's definitely not very good for Tottenham that they have one less centre back for the last 4 games. But yeah, I believe it was the right punishment, but not the right time.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head, both of you there. Alex, who's been relegated?
Well, Norwich have been relegated after they were demolished 4-0 by West Ham. We'll probably come on to that game in more detail later on. Yeah. But yeah, Norwich have been relegated 34 games into the season. They finished on 21 points, was it?
Yeah, 21. Jeez.
And yeah, they did beat the teams like Man City. They got 1 away win all season, and obviously that was against us, as always. So yeah, Norwich are the first team.
5 home wins or 5 wins in total or something like that.
Yeah, it's shocking to be honest.
Yeah,
one of the worst Premier League teams we've seen in a while, other than that Derby team a few years ago.
Oh,
but,
God.
Yeah.
But I think that's the 5th time that they've been down now. I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who else gets relegated because it's still very tight, even though there is a 4-point gap now, which could be stretched even more if West Ham do continue their current form.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But some Player of the Month and other month things that have been given out. Bruno Fernandes got Player of the Month. Of course, he's been amazing this month. Nobody can argue with that. Manager of the Month, Nuno Espirito Santo of Wolves. Of course, getting those 1-0s there and everywhere, like Villa. Joe. But yeah, we'll go on to Goal of the Month. It was Bruno Fernandes again. Against Brighton, and it was the 3rd goal, which Mason Greenwood crossed and he volleyed it in.
So what was this goal? Was this free kick?
No, it was from open play.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So the only one he scored?
No, he scored more. Oh, in open
scored
play.
One against us.
Yeah, he scored one against you. Yeah.
Obviously, he wasn't.
And he scored one against you, Joe, but we'll get onto that later on. So. Alex, have you got any more general news?
Well, Oxford have just reached the playoff final of the League One playoff final after beating Portsmouth on penalties, which is a very, very good result for them. Obviously, Portsmouth have been one of the dominant teams in League One over a past couple of years, and it's been really hard for them not going up. I know they were in the Premier League even about 7 or 8 seasons ago. Obviously, they did win the FA Cup a few years ago as well, so they have declined very much, and for them to lose yet another playoff semi-final is just heartbreak for them. But yeah, jubilation for Oxford.
Yeah, and in the other, you could say, well, the other match, should I rather say, Fleetwood versus Wickham. Wickham won that, so they will be playing Oxford United in the League One final, which will be interesting.
Come on, Wickham.
More news. Thierry Henry has been paying tribute to George Floyd by kneeling for the first 8 minutes and 46 seconds of Montreal Impact game last night. Obviously, 8 minutes and 46 seconds is the time that George Floyd spent on the ground underneath the police officer's knee. I think it's really sticking it to that police officer and to the whole of corruption in America and their police department. I think that's a really good show of appreciation and respect.
Yeah, just to follow up on that as well, also part of the Black Lives Movement in sport, nearly 200 players raised their right fists and took a knee to express solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement before the MLS match, or the opening match, should I rather say. Go to the match reviews, and there's only one place to start. Monday the 6th, and Alex, Tottenham v Everton?
So, yeah, it did end 1-0 to Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Very sad. I thought we were good defensively throughout the match, other than the one goal that we did concede. Lo Celso having the shot and very cruelly deflected off Michael Keane and sent Pickford the wrong way. But again, it's just our lack of midfield that let us down. There's not enough balls going to the strikers and not enough help for them. And yeah, it didn't help that our best centre-back, Mason Holgate, went off injured in the 36th minute. But yeah, then again, Tottenham did get the win, and it did spell out our first loss since the Premier League did return from lockdown. So yeah, very sad. But I think it was a deserved win from Tottenham because we weren't very good at all.
Yeah, the next game was on the Tuesday, and it was Watford 2, Norwich City 1. Was that the game that Danny Welbeck scored that overhead kick?
Yes.
Yeah. If nobody's watched that, it was an insane overhead kick from Danny Welbeck.
Well,
the next game was on the Tuesday as well, and it was Chelsea 3, Crystal Palace 2. An absolute rocket from Wilf Zaha, and Chelsea getting the vital goals. Also, Pulisic getting a very good goal as well. And then Arsenal played Leicester City. Eddie Nketiah got a red card, and Jamie Vardy scored from the assist. That was a bit weird because people thought it was offside or ruled offside because of Perez, but it wasn't ruled offside.
And then Nketiah was sent off about 3 minutes after coming on, so yeah.
Not good for him. But then, Alex, do you want to go ahead on the Wednesday games?
So yeah, first one was Manchester City versus Newcastle. I did watch the second half of this as we were streaming at this point, and yeah, it's just another really dominant performance from City and a very good midfield display. I thought David Silva and Raheem Sterling in the centre were very good together. So yeah, another dominant performance from Manchester City. And
I think
another
City
game
have played insanely well coming out of lockdown.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think you can say
turned it
any
off.
other teams have managed as well as them.
They've had, 3-5-0 wins?
3-5-0 wins, and one of them was Liverpool. So, yeah, it's just mad. The next game we're going to go on to is the one we were streaming, and it was Sheffield United versus Wolves at Sheffield United Stadium. And Dan, do you want to speak through this as you did watch the second half?
I watched all the games. This has got to be one of the boringest games I've watched all season. I know they play very similar with 3 at the back and they go to 5 on the defensive, but oh my God, what a rubbish game that was. I mean, John Egan getting the winning goal, that was some absolute scenes, but apart from that, it was just a rubbish game. But yeah, the Brighton game, Alex?
I was going to... Okay. So, yeah, Brighton did play at home versus Liverpool. Salah getting the first goal in 6 minutes with a lovely shot into the near post, and then Henderson with another good goal in 8 minutes. So Brighton did find themselves 2-0 down inside 10 minutes, but then Trossard just before the break with a really nice goal.
That was a good goal.
Brighton.
Surprised they got a goal actually. A good
Yeah.
goal.
I thought Liverpool deserved to score about 5 in this, but Brighton were pretty resolute defensively, but Salah did open them up again in the 76th minute to give Liverpool a 3-1 win. So yeah, that's a nice win for the champions. And the last game I'm going to speak about is West Ham Burnley. West Ham at the London Stadium did absolutely dominate this match, having 21 shots to Burnley's 8. But sadly, they couldn't find a way past Nick Pope, who has been on form recently, absolutely world class. And Rodriguez did get a goal for Burnley in the 38th minute, and it did, in fact, seal the win for them. So, yeah, another very good result for Burnley.
Yeah, what a header it was from Jay Rodriguez. Fabianski was never keeping that out. But going on to the Thursday games, Everton versus Southampton, 1-1. Alex, do you want a quick one on this?
Again, we could have been 3 or 4-0 down inside the first 20 minutes. Southampton hit the post, then got a penalty, proceeded to miss the penalty, and then Danny Ings came right back at us and did stick one away. Pretty luckily, I thought Jordan Pickford could have done quite a lot better, and then they again could have scored another one after that, but yeah, one piece of class throughout the entire half. Digne's ball over the top to Richarlison and a really nice finish. And in the second half, we definitely picked it up. We could have even found a few winners, but yeah, sadly, we couldn't find a way past Alex McCarthy, who, again, after the City game he had last week, was very resolute. So yeah, a good performance from both sides in the second half. And yeah, overall, Southampton probably deserved to win, but yeah, that's just the way the world works.
Yeah, so the next game was Bournemouth versus Tottenham, and yeah, you could argue that Bournemouth should have won this, to be honest. They should have got the 3 points, but Callum Wilson's goal was ruled offside by VAR.
Very controversially.
Which we will come on to in a bit. But the big game, Aston Villa versus Manchester United, 3-0 into Manchester United. I'll go to Joe first on this one. I'll let him have the floor.
Right, to be fair, we had a really good chance in the first half where I think it was El Ghazi hit the post. In my opinion, if we'd have scored that, it would have been a completely different game. The Bruno Fernandes penalty, the first goal, again, I don't think it should have happened. I don't think it should have been a penalty. I can see why the refs thought it would. We'll come on to it in a minute. But if we had scored that goal and that penalty wasn't given, I think it could have changed the face of the game entirely. I know after that goal, Man United absolutely dominated us, and up to the point where we missed the shot, where we hit the post, you were, again, doing very well. But Villa have a mentality issue at the moment, and I think we could have won it if obviously that VAR decision hadn't been made and if we had scored that goal.
Yeah, so I think first 20 minutes, up until that first drinks break, first 22 minutes, Villa were absolutely, like, I was thinking, God, they're up for this today. And then that Jack Grealish, which he probably should have had a shot on target there, he just skies it from that great cross, and then Trezeguet hits the post. But I think if Trezeguet even did score that goal, we would have come back, because we've shown that against Bournemouth from last week, and I think we would have done it again. But I don't think... I said to you, Joe, at the start of the match, if you come out at us, we'll win 3-1, and if you sit back, we'll win 2-0. So I wasn't even right anyway, but we still scored 3 goals and you still came at us. But yeah, I mean, we'll go on to Bruno in a bit, and yeah, I agree with you, Joe. But Greenwood's goal, I mean, Tyrone Mings, I don't know what he was doing there in the middle of the park. He's
really annoyed me this season. He's made so many positioning and passing errors. Yes, he is a phenomenal defender when he doesn't make mistakes. If he has his day, he's best in the world.
Yeah.
But he's hot-headed, he makes passing mistakes, and he's out of position. To me, he'd be better playing in CDM just so he can push up further. But
Mason
hey ho.
Holgate. Mason Holgate against United played CDM, absolute blinder.
Did you win?
We drew, and Lindelof scored for us, so it's all good.
But yeah, that Mason Greenwood goal. I mean, we've done a counter attack on you, but we've slowed it down. Martial's passed it to Greenwood, and can I just say, what a finish with his right foot! That was an absolute
wonders for our
rocket.
fantasy team, you know.
Yeah, same for me.
Sadly, you've got him as well, and you're slightly in front of me. But yeah.
Yeah, and then the Pogba goal. I mean, I don't know what was going on there.
Deal the deal.
Bruno's taken the corner not very quickly. He's just taken the corner. It's gone straight to Pogba. The press is just, everybody normally says out of the box when somebody's got the ball, and I'm sure you two all know that from playing football. But there was nothing from from Villa there, and then Pogba just slots one home.
Corner taken quickly. Pogba.
But did anybody see Roy Keane's rant at half time at Villa?
Yeah.
I can't believe what he said. Alex,
What did he say?
Alex, you can go over what he said.
Well, yeah, he just kind of went at Villa. He named every possible thing he could that was wrong with Villa at the moment, and Tyrone Mings, and yeah.
He was like, I felt sorry for Villa going into the match. I knew they were going to bring the heat in this game because they wanted the 3 points. But if players are playing like that, they're not playing for the badge of Aston Villa, and it's just not good enough of this club size. And it was like, what was it? I can't remember, but it was along those lines of, yeah, Mings should have done better there, and yeah, Aston Villa, they get what they've been given this season so far. And even I watched Laurent Torres' video, and he said, yeah, I agree with that. So, what do you think about that, Joe?
So I read one of the articles that One Football put out, basically saying that the players' mentalities and the way the players react to each other and react to losing is completely wrong. I've been saying this all season, by the way. This just confirmed what I've been saying. But I completely agree with him. None of the players are playing for the badge anymore. There are occasional shows of flair and just brilliance from the likes of Grealish and Trezeguet. John McGinn also very good. But there's a lot of attitude problems within the team. Tyrone Mings the other day told McGinn to F off, which I just don't think should be happening within a football team.
Not good chemistry.
No, he's interfering with how the team feel about each other. Our players noticeably stop playing as well the moment a goal is scored. We can't finish a match without letting a goal in, and yeah, the fans are the only thing about the club that I would say makes us deserve to stay up. I mean, our players aren't playing as well as the team suggests. We've spent millions. We've spent 160 odd million, and what did we get from it? We got a load of attitude from players and just negativity in the team, and I think that's what's putting us down at the moment.
Yeah, so we'll go on to the next game, which was yesterday. This is being filmed on the Sunday. And it was Watford versus Newcastle, an easy 2-1 win for no, I wouldn't say easy. I mean, Newcastle did have the better of possession, but Troy Deeney getting the 2 goals.
Penalties as well, which is very controversial.
Yeah, and then Norwich played West Ham. I think it was a 12:30 kickoff. And Mikel Antonio got his first ever hat-trick in the Premier League, and he got another one just to add to it. So it was 4 for him and 4 for West Ham as they saw Norwich go down. And then this was a big game. I thought Burnley would come at Liverpool, but not like this. And it was Liverpool 1, Burnley 1. Alex, what did you think of this game?
So yeah, Liverpool will probably feel a lot hard done by. I know there was a few clips of Robertson and Klopp after the game going at the referee a bit. I was surprised they weren't booked because Ancelotti did it earlier on in the season and he got 1 match suspension. So yeah, I was surprised about that. They did have 23 shots, Liverpool, but again, Nick Pope has been on form lately. Robertson getting his second headed goal of the season in the 34th minute from a very good cross from, was it Alexander-Arnold?
I don't know. I didn't watch much.
But yeah, it was
Don't watch
a very
Liverpool.
good cross. And then in the second half, I was surprised Liverpool didn't lose. To be honest, I was watching. It was a bit like, yeah, but Rodriguez in the 69th minute with a very nice goal into Alisson's bottom corner. He was very frustrated with that. But near the end of the match, Burnley did hit the crossbar from a corner, and at that moment, I was just head in hands. Liverpool could have lost at Anfield in the Premier League for the first time in God knows how long. But yeah, very good point for Burnley, and it does end Liverpool's winning streak at Anfield. So yeah, very good result for them.
Yeah, the next game was Sheffield United versus Chelsea. I was shocked by this one when I saw the score. 3-0
Yeah.
to Sheffield United, considering Chelsea had hit quite a good run of form. But obviously Sheffield United did quite a good job. And then
And McGoldrick got his two first Premier League goals after waiting the whole season. So
yeah, of
for him.
course, one of them was a penalty, wasn't it? Yeah,
I think so.
I'm sure. Yeah. And then the other game was at 7 o'clock or 7:15, and it was Brighton versus Man City, an absolute demolishing for Man City.
Another.
Of course, they've won three times 5-0 this season, or after Project Restart, should I say? And yeah, what a result for them. Of course,
Still
Raheem
managed to
Sterling,
lose
yeah.
to Southampton in the middle of them.
Yeah, as you do. But yeah, we'll go on to today's fixtures, and Alex, will come to you first. Wolves 3, Everton 0. Take the floor.
It's just a bit demoralising, really. As soon as I think we're gonna enter some form after some good results, we just go and do that. It's just a heartless performance. I think Coleman spoke after in it. He just said it all, really. He said if no one wants to play for the badge and play attacking football and just try and get the goals, then they shouldn't be at the football club. And even the interviewer said, "Don't you think that was a bit harsh?" And he was just like, "No, not really. We need to get our form back, and it's just not good enough." And yeah, it simply wasn't good enough. We at no point did I think we looked like scoring, and it just shows you how big the transfer window is going to be in the summer. Because if we don't bring in 5 or 6 players, then I don't know what's going to happen next season.
Yeah, so yeah, bad result for Everton there.
Very
but
bad.
go on to the next game, and we've not managed to watch the highlights for this, but it was Aston Villa 2, Crystal Palace 0. Joe.
Honestly, I came home and we were 1-0 up, and we banged. My head was low. I was like, this is how every game starts for us. We score 1 goal, and then we let the other team run away. They get 2, 3, 4 goals, and then we scored another. Trezeguet, can I just say what a legend he is? He is the only player that I have thought is absolute quality coming out of lockdown. He hasn't let any of this get to him, in my opinion. He is, I'm in love with him. Man of the match, scored 2. I'm not sure how much I can say more about him. He could have my children if he wanted. Yeah. Games like this give me hope for staying up this season, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
Hopefully you can beat us, because you need it more than us.
Yeah, I really want to. Trezeguet getting 2. Jack Grealish bringing 1 into El Ghazi, finishing the deal. 3-0.
So 4 points behind Watford. Do you think you can do it, Joe?
So, we have a hard run to get 4 points. We've got Everton, Arsenal, and then West Ham.
Ooh.
If we can beat Everton, draw against Arsenal, and then finish off at West Ham, I think we could stay up.
It is doable, but it
is doable.
Because we're on very bad form. We don't look like beating anyone. Arsenal, depending on the game today, I know they're drawing to Spurs at the moment. Who knows how that could go, but they're looking to have turned a little bit, but they still can be beaten quite easily. And West Ham, they're looking a bit better, but yeah, it's definitely doable, and it will be very exciting.
Well, we've taken more points off Everton than any other team in history. If we can win against Everton, which, no offense, Alex, I think we could do at the moment,
I
especially
think
coming out of this game. Arsenal's defence is all over the place. So if we could secure a
Those
draw
goals, to be
from that,
fair.
we're not going to stop them scoring, but if we can secure a draw and then go into West Ham thinking we can do it, thinking we can end the season.
Just crop Mikel Antonio. That's all you need to do. Crop Mikel Antonio.
Exactly. Take out his legs. Put in one of the youth squad to play. Get a red on me immediately.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Watford's upcoming 3 games, and they've got more hard results than you.
Yeah, they've got tough games,
West
haven't
Ham.
they?
They've got West Ham first, then they've got City, and then they've got Arsenal away. So
2 of the same games as you. Could be different.
it will be interesting to see how it plays out.
A bit worried about Watford, to be honest, because they do really well against good teams.
As we've seen.
Except
with
us, we beat them 3 times this season.
I said good teams.
No, they lost to City like 8-0.
8-0.
8-0.
It was 6-0 on it.
6-0, wasn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the match reviews done. Hope you enjoyed.